Hello friends, today I'm going to tell you a key for getting rich, which deals with the fact wealthy few people get really rich and why most of the people that live in poor or middle class life. Let's begin with the story of Robert, who had two fathers. One had a special degree and the other never finished his 8th grade. Both very smart and hardworking, but had a very different point of view regarding success, and they give different teachings too. Robert once said that money is the root of all evil, even while others say lack of money is the root of all evil. One always said we can't afford expensive things, while the other told Robert to find ways that how can you afford it, as that exercises the brain to come up with ideas. One told him to study hard and try to get a job in a big company, while the other told him to study hard and tried to open his own company and create jobs. Robert had an advantage as he had two dads and saw both of them grow from his childhood. He was his logic and followed his second dad's advice as who later became the richest man in Miami, Florida. And with his teachings, Robert Kiyosaki himself became a multimillionaire while his first dad kept on struggling financially throughout his life. One of the most important people's success, which Robert got from his rich dad, was financial literacy, which is knowing the difference between assets and liabilities. Now, listen carefully. He gave a really simple definition for them. That is, assets are anything which makes money for you, and liabilities are things that take money away from you. The reason rich people are rich because they acquire assets while the middle class just buys liabilities. Example, there were two friends, Bob and Bill, both working on a simplest with same salary. As soon as they got their salary, Bob used to go buy stocks like the latest cell phone, cool gadgets, branded clothes, shoes, bike, etc., or things like that, which would make him feel good and rich. But he failed to think that these were just liabilities as they took his money away from him, not just, well, buying it, but also in the future from maintenance, except if you wouldn't get losing its value with time and did not return to any profit, but they did not bought all that things unless it was really necessary. He used to save money and spend it on assets like bonds, stock, real estate, or in developing his own skills, which could generate income for him in the future and make money after 2 years before it became a minute, while Bob kept on struggling financially and blamed his low salary for the reason of his struggle. The cash flow of poor people goes something like this. They get income and then they have expenses, which eats all their income for the middle class. The income goes into expenditures and liabilities, which they think are assets exempt. Most of the middle-class people think that the house they own is that asset, but that is not true as the house does not put money in their pocket or make money for them. It is just a liability unless they give it for the middle class. On the other hand, spends their income to make assets which in return make money for them, and then they mostly spend expenditures from that income. So by doing this, they continuously grow and keep getting rich as their sources of income increases. If you really want to get rich, like the simple idea in your mind, it's not the amount you own, but the amount you keep. You have to shift from a consumer mentality to an investor mentality. People keep on complaining that they should get better income, which would improve their life, but the problem is, even if their income increases, it will just increase that expenditures as high income will make them decide to have a better house, a better etc., which again, are just liabilities that will keep them away from getting rich and struggling financially. So to conclude, it's not how much money you earn, but how you spend it will make all the difference. These concepts were taken from Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Bought. This was the first book that I wrote. It changed my perspective towards various aspects of life. I think you should definitely read it once. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you found the knowledge useful. Coming to share your views, and finally subscribe for getting monkeys needed for your success that will help you achieve your dreams.